So what we've got here is just a quick video of SPG15 with the M44. I'm not going to go through the stats of this thing. If you need those, you can look them up yourself. SPG15 is basically a mission where you have to get 2000 damage, basically be among the top players on your team by damage caused, and to get the bonus objective or secondary, you have to also not die. I did have another replay where basically I achieved the primary conditions, but I got greedy and died, which sucked. So starting off into the replay itself, we've got me basically getting into position. Artillery replays tend to be pretty boring and slow paced, but thankfully this one gets off to a good start. Save for the fact that I miss my first shot. Go me. Now, people tend to hate artillery, and it's understandable. You can't really angle your armor against the incoming fire. It is possible to have a shot bounce, but generally you're firing high explosive.
They're knocked out!
I should probably feel bad for doing that to that guy, but I don't. But yeah, high explosive generally doesn't bounce. It might get eaten by tracks and do no real damage to the tank. But yeah, people just feel that artillery is unfair and clickers. Yeah, kinda.
Critical hit!
Of course, if you're just gonna sit there in the open like that when you know there's artillery, you pretty much got it coming. I don't fire here. I wouldn't have been able to save the T150, but the problem is if I fire here, I've got a really good chance of actually hitting or even just killing the T150
Critical
myself.
hit.
The splash damage on artillery tends to be wide enough that there's a very good chance of doing that. And I like to avoid it, because I'm not actually a scumbag. But hey, mileage may vary.
Critical hit!
Nice little hit on him there. The other problem with artillery replays is they're not as action-packed. Average, you've got about a 20-second reload on some artillery. The higher up in tiers you get, they can get up to a minute. And then you have the really long aim time. You can basically see that from the little aim reticle there. It basically takes a very long time to shrink down. Care package delivered. We know this because we didn't actually see an explosion. That means it hit. Now, I'm by no means going to claim that I'm the best player ever. In fact, the team I'm fighting against didn't make this hard. Now, I probably should have turned off XCM when I recorded this. But frankly, if you're going to judge the player by the colour of their name, you're a wanker. A bit of speculative fire from me there. The last place I saw one of their TDs. So I figured, why not drop around? I can't see anything else. The next few minutes of this replay are basically me taking speculative fire and waiting. There is a lot of that as artillery. It's one of the many reasons you get accused of just being a clicker. You sit there, you wait for something to show up, and then you click on it. Although, I'd like to challenge that here. I mean, you do have to lead your targets if they're moving. Like that.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Yeah, I didn't think that'd hit either, but it did. Which I freely admit in chat there. Incidentally, the 304 is a great little TD. I'll whiff this shot. Really, I should have aimed towards the middle of his tank's body. I aimed to the front because I figured he might move forward, but I predicted that one wrong. You can see a tree falling off to the right of the screen there. Someone's knocked that over. As artillery, it's a good way to tell if something's there for you to shoot at.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And the maximum dick just died. Poor Wolverine. He gets a little butthurt about that. Just a little. There's a lot of waiting. I probably could have skipped this part. Oh wait, here's our little friend. This is an SU-1, oh, 85. Sorry, the preview window is tiny. And I just skipped forward a bit here. That E-25 has a really bad time of it. Gets set on fire. Survives, but has next to no health. But that thing has such a rapid firing gun, and he got so lucky there. And again, I don't know if I even splash damaged him there. I don't think I did. I don't think... well... yeah, no. Boom.
Critical hit.
He regrets that. Somehow, I think I snake that kill. Now I could take a speculative shot here, but I have a reload of like 20-25 seconds. I'd rather the definite chance of a kill rather than the possible chance. Especially since it's 2 TDs in cover versus 2 TDs which would have to move out into the open. And throughout the replay you probably would have seen tanks moving out. That was just me looking at the mission requirements again. Bye bye Mr. Emil.
Gotcha.
The thing's called a Stura Emil, but I call it the Saint Emil. Because, well, I'm an idiot. And... good night, sweet prince. Oh no. Now, good night. Yeah.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
That Wolverine is also still having a cry in chat. But there you have it. That's an M44. Breaking shit. Also, I'm aware that I call the FE304 a TD. That thing is fun in TD mode. It's basically a light tank with an artillery piece mounted on it. So, I didn't get it wrong. No.